Chad Hyams here with another episode of the Achieve Your Apex podcast. Thanks for taking the time and joining me as we continue to go through my best-selling book that if you haven't gotten a copy of, go get it. AchieveYourApex.com, or you can find it on Amazon, Achieve Your Apex. Search by my name, Chad Hyams. Now we're going through chapter after chapter after chapter, going deeper and deeper and deeper into the conversations, giving you some real life examples, sharing some more stories with you. And that's just where this starts, because once we get through the book, you're going to be excited to see what I have coming next already on this podcast. I'm also sprinkling in some great interviews that I hope you're taking advantage of and hearing from some amazing people on how to achieve your apex. And today I'm going to attack a controversial topic. Now, if you know me, I have no problem with controversy. And you can see by the shirt I'm wearing that I don't have some meek little personality. So if you're just listening to this, feel free to check it out on YouTube. You can see youtube.com/Chad Hyams. You'll find my channel there. You'll be able to see the great shirt I'm wearing today. Because today I'm going to talk about self-affirmation. And so many people I know use affirmations in their life. And the title of this episode has got to be something along the lines of self-affirmations and why they often fall short. Yeah. So you're out there and you're running around with self-affirmations. And here's the thing. They can actually hinder your progress. Oh no, Chad, I've been in all these training programs my whole life where they tell me to lie to myself and then sooner or later it'll become true. That's right. That's what an affirmation does. Right? What is the purpose of an affirmation? An affirmation is to boost your confidence, boost your self-worth, and help you succeed at a higher level. Or so they tell you. Wait till the end when I share some studies with you that prove they don't work. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's talk about some of that right here. I'm a success. Nothing changed. I'm not a success. I'm wealthy. No, my bank account didn't just all of a sudden fill with $1 million. It's not true. I know it's not true. I'm lying to my brain, hoping my brain doesn't realize it's not true. Yet what's my brain's immediate answer going to be? You're lying to me. And that is one of the challenges of an affirmation. We lie to ourselves long enough, hoping it becomes true. And that's not going to get us anywhere. Like I said, got some studies that let's just jump to them. Let's talk about some of these studies that are out there just so you can hear how this is not working for you. Okay, it was a study published in Psychology Science, and they found that people with low self-esteem who attempted positive affirmations such as, I'm a lovable person. I've never said that one. I'm a lovable person. They actually felt worse afterwards. What? Yeah, they felt worse after because it conflicted with their self-view and they produced discomfort by hearing those thoughts instead of the positivity they were hoping. Is that making you go, yeah, that makes sense to me, Chad? There was another study done by a group that showed that they did not improve academic performance. Students with a low self-confidence, okay, they took high-performing students, they got a small boost from it. Students who were already struggling didn't see any change at all, and students with low scores actually got lower. Okay, it's not going to help us fill some gap because it's called the fantasy effect. I love this. It's a great term, the fantasy effect, right? A study done found that when people repeated overly positive affirmations, it led to a fantasy effect. I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy. I'm rich. I'm lovable. I'm happy. I'm healthy. Whatever they were, they led to this fantasy effect where people felt a short-term emotional boost and ultimately failed to take any concrete action towards that goal because it created a false sense of achievement that reduced the motivation that we talked about on the last episode being so important. Participants who went through this study and envisioned future success, such as a weight loss goal or something along those lines, without practical planning were actually 10% less likely to achieve the goal than those who planned for it. It had nothing to do with what they were saying to themselves. It's that they took the time to plan. I want you to understand this because I want you to realize the challenge you're placing in front of yourself by running around stating affirmations. Blanket statements create a blanket sense of security and accomplishment. I am a success. I am lovable. Okay, we think we've done it. That led to the fantasy effect at a higher level that we just talked about. So, what I want you to do is I want you to take these affirmations and I'm challenging you to write them down before our next episode. Take a minute, write them down and say, these are the affirmations I keep saying to myself, Chad. Listen to yourself over the next week and say, you know what? There's an affirmation I keep saying. There's an affirmation I keep saying. There's an affirmation I keep saying. Write them down because on next week's episode, I'm going to take an affirmation and teach you how to make it one of the greatest tools of motivation you could ever ask for. You don't need a coach. You don't need to hire me as a coach. I'm going to give you this tool and it's going to change your world on the next episode of Achieve Your Apex. Until then, keep climbing.